Hey my darlings, welcome to my first YouTube video. I'll be doing this beautiful model's face and the main focus is just the eyes, but just follow along. So if you want to learn how to do this makeup look, just stick around and watch. So to begin with, I'm combing her eyebrows upwards, and as you can see, they're already naturally shaved and shaved. So I took an eyebrow pencil that's matte and I'm just defining and filling them in like so. I'm just following her natural eyebrow shape, just to create light strokes to give an illusion of volume. Yeah, so just fill in using very light strokes like so, and then after that I'll just get into the other side of the eyebrow and do the same. So just take your time with this because you don't want to rush, and again you don't want to create a hard time for yourself when you're defining with the concealer. And so you just want to like follow through the natural eyebrow so that it won't give you a hard time even when you're concealing with your concealer and your angled brush and your spoolie. So just get in there. While you're still watching this, please take a pause to subscribe, like, comment, and share for more interesting contents like this. You notice me taking time on the tail of the eyebrow because that's where her natural hairs end. So I have to create more depth and volume so that the tail is also visible, just like the rest of the eyebrow. Yeah. The next step, we will be defining the eyebrow with a concealer, either a shade lighter or even two, depending on what you're comfortable with. And we're just trying to create a very defined and perfect eyebrow like so. And that's what we are going to be doing again on the other eyebrow, I mean. Yeah, so just take the same concealer and try to follow through the line that you had created when you are filling in the eyebrows. As you follow through, I used a damp beauty blender to just spread the rest of the excess product from eyebrow concealing onto the eyelid. Then thereafter, I took more concealer and applied it on the eyelid because it's gonna act as a eyeshadow primer. Please just make sure that you take your time here because you wanna create a very, very smooth canvas for your eyeshadow application. You don't want any creases or folds when the eyeshadow is done. So please make sure you just take your time and blend, like just do whatever it takes. So immediately after that I'm taking this brown eyeshadow to act as my transition color. The eyeshadow, for those of you who want to know, it's from Zaron Cosmetics Earth Palette, but it has been discontinued for better things. But just in case you have another palette that has similar brown, you can just use it to create your transition color. And in case you're trying to create the same eye look that we'll be creating today. So just blend that eyeshadow color, blend it very nicely, so that by the end of the eyeshadow look, we will have like an illusion of a brown transition color just from afar, So just pack it in there, like so. So now it was time for us to cut the crease, and I was using a way lighter concealer. Like if you have any white or light concealer, it applies when you're doing an eyeshadow cut crease. So I will be using this brush. It did not focus, but if you have a flat brush, you can use it to just cut your crease, or I see even some people using angled brushes to use to cut their cut crease. And out there are very many different hacks and tricks to achieve a very perfect cut crease, but today we'll just be using the normal way, the long way to cut a cut crease. And you'll see me really taking my time because I want them at least to look like sisters, if not twinning. Like I really want them to look symmetrical and all. So I will really take my time, and that's me now blending the concealer onto the rest of the eyelid so that I can get a perfect picture of, is this cut creasing the way I want it to. So I will be taking my time. So just be patient. Even you, when you're doing your cut crease, just be patient with it. Just even if you'll take like the most time when doing your cut crease. Yeah, because you want your cut crease to be looking crisp. You want, like, when people look at your cut crease, they're like, damn, she's a goddess when it comes to cut creases. So please just make sure you take your time. Yeah, that's me doing the other eye. So as you can see, this is me checking, like, are these cut creases looking the same? Not really, because you can see the left one is looking a bit higher than the right one. So I will really take my time blending in that concealer to make sure we don't have any folds, any eyeshadow creases, and all that unwanted shenanigans. So again, just blend. I will really take my time with this cut crease, and I'll keep on saying this because I also want you to take your time when doing a cut crease. And it's easy and very fun to do it. So if you're patient, you will really achieve what you're looking for. So by the end of the day, I was able to achieve what I was looking for, and I was happy with the results by the end of the day. So as you can see, still they're not looking the same, they're still not sisters. So it's my job to make sure that they are sisters. So by the end of this, they were sisters. Yeah. Unfortunately, OMG, up to here I had lost like the footage of me doing the rest of the eye color, the caramel eyeshadow, but I have been using the same eyeshadow palette, the Zaron Cosmetics Earth palette. So that's me now going in with the dark brown chocolate color to just pack it to the outer corners of the cut crease, and I will pack it until I get the desired depth that I want from this chocolate brown color. So just follow through with me. So the next step, we are taking this orange liquid liner that I got from a store in Dubois. So it's really nice when you're trying to create like bold lines on your eyeshadow crease. So I am just following through on top of where I was cutting my crease. That's where like I am just repeating with now the liner. Just be precise with it to just make sure again you don't ruin this so much work you've been doing up to this point. Wow, it's really coming through. Like I'm already loving how those colors are coming in together. I love how the caramel is blending in with the orange bold liner, like so. So this is how it was looking up to this point. So again, now we are going on to the bottom of the upper lid, if that makes sense. Like this is basically where we put our lashes. This is where you get the drill. So I am going in with that same liquid liner, and I'm just creating now sort of a cat eye so that it mates with the top one that has cut the crease. So basically we're trying to create like a very sharp end where the two meet, the upper one and the below one where they meet. And I'll do the same onto the other eye. So this one I kind of fast forwarded because I mean you've already seen what I did with the other eye. So this one I just fast forwarded it, and voila, this is what we had by the end of it all. Very cute. Oh my god, like I'm already loving it. Next I took this glitter glue and that pack of glitters, and I applied the glue exactly on the line, the orange liner, and again I packed the glitter glues the same way. So this was the end result of it all, and I took a fan brush, and that's me just removing any fallouts of the glitter eyeshadow. So it's really good when it comes to removing any unwanted fallouts, whether eyeshadow, whether glitters or anything like that. So it's really doing a good job. As you can see, it has actually removed any fallout that is out of place within our look. So yeah, that's how it was looking. OMG, like I love it. I love it, and I'm sure you do too. Just wait for it. The next step is I took these eyelashes, and it's time now to fix the eyelashes onto the eyelid. Just take your time. But again, I think it's always so easy to apply eyelashes. I don't know about you, but applying lashes is kind of an easy process. Again, now I took a black liquid liner. Now that's just me hiding the strip of the eyelash because we don't want it being seen. And again, I'm so careful because I don't want to touch onto the orange glitter liner that we did on top. So this part is just to easily hide the lash band. And by the end of the day, this is what we were having. That was our eye makeup complete. And now onto the face. That's me cleaning her face using a wet wipe. And now I'm gonna prep her skin using the Zaron Cosmetics hydrating serum and also the moisturizing sunscreen. So that's just me packing the toner onto her face because she has a very dry skin, and I just wanted to make sure that her skin is well prepped and her makeup doesn't look too dry or too mattified by the end of the day. Now onto the primers. I am taking the Zaron face primer, and that's what I began with. So that's just me using a brush to apply it. You can use your hands if you prefer, but I just decided to use a brush, so either way it's fine. Yes, then the next part, as you can see, I am using the pore minimizer skin prep. That's why it's tending to look a bit mattified. That's why I don't know if you can closely see that her face is becoming mattified, and that's why I chose to just apply it on the T-zone area, or just where most of us get oily. Then from there, time to get on to the foundation. I am using the Brown Skin Zaron Cosmetics. Her shade is Wood, and I sprayed with a setting spray first to give her more hydration and moisturization. And taking this foundation brush, I am now just basically spreading that product uniformly onto her skin, just blending. And we all know, again, this is the part where we'll still have to take our time blending that product into the skin to make sure that everything is looking uniform. Her neck, her chest, and the rest of the skin doesn't differ from the face. And I know probably from the lighting the foundation is looking a bit off, like it's not matching, but yeah, after much blending, it tends to finally look alike with the rest of the face. So just blend, take your time, just try to scoop some of that product to the chin, the under chin, like so. Yeah, now that's me going to the forehead. And guys, remember, like, we had left out the eyebrows when we were doing the upper part, so I already did that. So I took these concealers. This is Zaron Cosmetics. I used the shades Deep and Earth. So the light, this darker one that I'm applying right now, that's the Earth, while the one that's already lighter, that's the Deep Concealer. So just apply on the forehead, basically the places where I wanted to highlight. That's where I applied the concealers using a damp beauty blender that we have previously used when doing the eyeshadow cut crease. So that's what I am basically using to spread the concealer. I told my client to pout because I wanted to like get a very chiseled look. Like, I really wanted to give her face definition, so that's why I told her to pout like so, just to give me like guidance of the end result of how, like, where to spread the concealer. So basically that's me going in there. Like, just make sure you take your time again with blending the concealer, because it really tends to make your makeup go a very long way. And again, we are trying to create a very natural looking finish. Like, this foundation and the whole process better look skin like, so that's why we are tending to take our time. So I'm getting in there. Yes, so for guidance, you can always request your clients to just pout their face. It enables you to get that chiseled look from the foundation. So just blend, and blend. As you can see, it's already coming through. It has already lifted her face. So yeah, at this point, we are just spreading the rest of the lighter concealer to the rest of the face, like so. Blending is a cardio, guys. Like, it surely is, because you're trying to create perfection by the end of this. So take your time and blend and blend and blend. Yeah, like just take time. Up until now we are still trying to create that perfection, so just blend and blend and blend. You can never blend enough unless you decide to stop. So this is why I decided to stop. So the next step, I took the Zaron Cosmetics Healthy Glow Foundation in the shade 40. That's what I was using to basically contour her face. So what we actually do with contouring is to just like, again, create more definition onto the face and to create a more chiseled look of the face. Also to bring out the features of the face when we do contour and highlight. Like, that's just the whole purpose. So again, it's also used to bring more warmth onto the face. We're like, yeah. So I'm just blending in that contour onto the forehead, like so. And personally, on myself and also on my clients, I never usually use a lot of product on the forehead, because I mean, I don't know, it's just like a thing I do. I never end up applying so much product onto the forehead. So the next thing, I took this liquid blush in the name of Woo Woo from Zaron Cosmetics, and that's what I am applying on the apple of her cheeks, just to make sure that we add extra warmth onto that face. We're trying to look so natural but dolled up by the end of the day. Yeah. So I'm going all the way in onto the forehead, onto the chin, and the apple of the cheeks. And just using the part where we were using the liquid highlight with the beauty blender, I am using the same part to just make sure I blend and prep that place very well before I go in with my almond brown skin powder to highlight, to just pack the liquid highlight we were using. So I'll just go in with this powder and the angled contouring brush to just pack highlighting powder onto all the places where we used the liquid highlight. So we are just setting in that place to make sure nothing shifts. Everything is correct and where it's supposed to be. So yeah, everywhere I used the liquid highlight is where we are packing the powder. So that's the end result. My client was already feeling herself, or do I say my model? She was already feeling herself. The look was coming through. So that's the highlight. Now to contour her face, I am using again a contouring brush. I am using a very dark powder to again set all the places where I had used the FZ40 when we were contouring. So I am using upward strokes. Again, when we are contouring, we always want to like drag the contour upwards rather than downwards. So just make sure you do it the right way for you to get the right result. So that's me again going to the forehead. Remember, I had mentioned I never use so much product onto the forehead, and this is why, because by the end of the day I'll still go on with the contour, and it will just make all the difference. So the contouring powder is what I am going all the way around her face, all the places where I had used the contouring foundation. It's just because I used a foundation to contour. You can use a concealer. So yeah, this is me now trying to contour the nose. So I am using the same powder but on a very, very light note that I have used to contour the rest of the face. That's the powder that I'm using. And I am also using an eyeshadow brush. Well, they're nose contouring brushes, but I mean, I am very careful because I am using a very broad eyeshadow brush. But yeah, it got the job done by the end of the day. So yeah, that's her nose, slightly contoured. You guys, you can see the eyes, like it's the eyes for me. Like in this look, it's just like the eyes, like whoa, they're looking so good. So I am taking the powder that I used to highlight to just make sure like I am defining that nose the way it's supposed to be defined. You get me? Onto the eyes now. We are taking this white pencil. It's a white eyeliner. So I got it again in a drugstore makeup store. What am I saying? I bought it in in a drug makeup store. You get what I'm saying? Like those stores where they just sell these unique makeup products. That's where I got it from. So it looks like so. From there, I am taking this orange pigment that is matching the liquid orange liner that we used, and that's basically what I used on the under eye to just make sure the eye is looking woke. And after that, I am taking a mascara to just okay, this trick, using the tissue under, I use it because it makes sure that you capture both the upper lashes and the lower lashes, so that way like you're killing two birds with one stone. Yeah, so again, I'm just now getting into the bottom lashes to just make sure they get the volume they deserve. And wow, look at that eye makeup. And I decided to just insert a picture there of how everything was looking. Now we are getting into the lips, and I am using a brown liner. It's called Bold. It's from Zaron Cosmetics. So yeah, her lips are already like ombre, so I am sort of recreating how her natural lips look. So I am using a hot chocolate Maxine lip gloss from Zaron Cosmetics to just go over where we have used the bold lip liner. That's where I am using this hot chocolate. So just following through like so. And then after that, I will take the Missy Maxine lip gloss again from Zaron Cosmetics, and that's what we will be using in the middle of her lips to create that ombre look. So I just spread very nicely. So right about now, time to set the face. So the reason why we set the face again is to bring back that warmth, that naturalness, just to make sure like your skin is looking like the rest of your skin, if you know what I'm saying. And I am just taking that beauty blender we've been using, and that's just what I am using to make sure like the setting spray has gotten into the skin products, into the products that we have been using all along this process. So as you can see, the face is now matching with the rest of her skin, and it's looking glowy. She's not looking too powdery. So at this point now, I am just using a pink blush, or you can call it a highlighter. or a bronzer. So that's what I am using on the tip of the nose, on the bridge of the nose, and I am also using on the apple of the cheeks because I want to create like a very soft bronzed face. I am just using it a little bit of everywhere to just create that highlight. And then after that, I took the orange pigment that we used under eye, on the under eye, and I'll be using it on the teardrops. So I am just using that on the teardrops. You can see there are some fallouts, so I took the same fan brush that we were using for the bronzer to just take out any fallouts. Yeah, so just tap in that product like So just to top up this look, I took this glitter liquid liner and I'm gonna tap it to the teardrops just where I've applied the orange pigment, just to lock this look. So I really hope you've enjoyed this look. I hope you recreate it and you had fun just watching me do it. Until next time, guys, thank you so much, and continue just supporting me. Like I say, this is my first videos and more will be dropping, and I'll be counting on your support. Thank you and bye. Mwah.